06416 and then get on to social media at Nigeria Info PH, Facebook and aka X now Nigeria Info Nigeria PH for those social media handles. Safety architecture campus in Nigeria, and what should it look like? What over the years not being
was attacked. That was around 2005 But if you go to UST, the other gate, it does not befit. In fact, both entrances, the entrance and the exit, or either way, it does not befit where you have such an institution, Jude. The place is so rowdy, it's like a business center. Then the other side of it, where you have the dual part of it, my Jude, go and see what's happening here. It does not encourage, and then on the fences at the outside, this is surrounded, just like Ifeanyi said before he left. It does not befit a school environment at all. At least in the port, it's even better. UFC is the worst. If you go to Rift Poly, one as Glory,
yes,
same thing. At least I've gone to NGU, the same thing. See, Jude, the truth is that the schools are the product of the country. Nigeria is not organized. So that is how the schools are. We are not organized.
All right. Abdul is in the room as we have Zion in GRA. Abdul, let's get to hear from you, please. What should the security outfit look like in a university?
First and foremost, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Abdul.
Yes, sir. The security outfit first, they need to look at the fencing of that school first. Then, after fencing that school, I think they need to change that VC. Since this thing is happening, this is not the first time, and this is not the second time. That VC is competent. So they need to change him.
Interesting.
And before the chief security too. So they need to change that chief security, please.
Okay, all right. Abdul is asking for an overhaul of the school structure. Interesting. Zion is in GRA. Zion, good morning to you, please.
Yeah, Mr. Zion. I want to categorically tell you that the security apparatus of every university in Niger Delta is skewed.
It's skewed?
Because they are practicing the old pattern, where the security old religionians who are so tired and weak, they just politically kept them at the gates, just there, for being there. But let us overhaul it. Engage private security firms.
But Zion, I said, I don't know if you heard me. I said there are. So I've been to some schools where they had private security outfits.
We are overhauling of the system now, especially River State University, as a case study. During the day from 7:30, you open the main gate, where cars can follow, but humans should not pass through there, with a barricade for cars alone. And you open the pedestrian for only students with ID cards. We have departmental ID cards, we have school ID cards, we have SUG ID cards. 3 ID cards. Each student will sample them before they can be given access to any of the department or the school facilities. Number 3, sir, the moment it is 10 o'clock, the gates are closed, only the pedestrian. The moment it is 11 o'clock, the gates are shut and the dogs, about 50 to 100, should be let loose.
Zion, you have to come back. Who's going to pay for dogs on the premises? Who's going to train them? Who's going to feed them? I have seen some dogs, in some areas, in some schools. Clinton in Port Harcourt. Clinton, I'm going to give you a minute. What say you on this matter, please? Hello, Clinton.
Hello?
Yes, go on. We have a minute, please.
Okay. On the security aspect, I think it's a product of town planning. In every university, the surrounding neighborhood shouldn't be allowed to develop without order and regulation. Because now we've seen campuses in a chair to correct them from occurring in these other campuses. So it's not about starting an university. The neighborhood around the university should cautiously be planned with all the security apparatus cited where they are supposed to. It's unfortunate that people will send our children to school and then wake up one morning to be hearing the news like this. It's quite unfortunate. So the government should look into the neighborhood around the campus.
Clinton, thank you very much. And he makes a great point. What are the prevailing circumstances in the environment? We'll be back after this break. Recently, of Abuja was attacked. Some sort of it is really Nigeria's not doing security challenges right now. There's improvement in the left, maybe somewhere behind also great. Well, this is what there is if there was ever to open. And look, I was on campus years ago when a car was stolen from Singapore. The car was actually stolen. I thought at one point, say where things have been around mentioned. It's not just enough to hire, but the environment where is located. Is it then with these universities? You have that into consideration. And one biggest consideration in a lot of nefarious activities go on. If you don't know anything about RSU, from the back gates you can get to part of D line. You can get to where we call Ojoto, for example, where people go and buy secondhand electronics and other items. And also you can get to Eagle Island. Some students rent apartments on Eagle Island. Yes, it's true, but you have to ask yourself, what exactly is the security architecture in that area, and how does it affect RSU? And I can replicate the same for almost every tertiary institution I've been to, whether it was FUTO, whether it was APSU, whether it was a Kiadolo. I can go on and on. Clinton has made a very important observation that, look, where these schools are located, you also need to consider the communities around them. My name is Jude. Welcome. This is Hello Port Harcourt.
And now, Hello Port Harcourt with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
The views and opinions represent the Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
As always, turn down the volume of your radio set. Please do not make derogatory or defamatory comments. Do not make unsubstantiated and unverified claims. And please make use of the call screener during this segment. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. I'm going to get to read some comments right now. That will be on WhatsApp. Let's probably won't hear what the person drop your that effect 24 hours patrol of the campus. Unfortunately, the entrance of the female hostels by Azikiwe is, I'm just going to leave that. It's basically a place where vehicles troop in and out. Eric Chooks. All right. Blessed is speaking to us from Alu. Blessed, good morning to you, please.
Good morning, my brother in the studio.
Good morning.
Let's look successfully pertaining that robbery in Rivers State University. This is what we have been talking about. You can never see go out higher institution in the country. Nowhere you will see CCTV camera. That's what you're supposed to do.
That might not be
During
exactly
the time
true,
of
Bless.
colonialism, it was not happening this way. How come about our leaders, especially the authority of the management of the school, when you know that you don't have what it takes for you to manage the school, why can't you tell the number one state or number one citizen of the state, this is what is happening? The first time that this is happening, it's not the first time that it's happening in Rivers State University. It's not second time. It's not third time. Why this will continue happening? And because of that, they already blocked the entrance of a baggage leading to Igua land. It's no longer existing. And this time, there is a lot of security personnel in the state. Why can't you employ them to that school? Imagine that when the parents hear the call of his son or his daughter that he has been run with the campus, you say, are you going to happy? The answer is no. I'm appealing to state government to do the needful and make sure that the management is
Thank you very much. I totally agree with you. No parent is going to be happy. I was robbed when I was in Uniport. You know, was that 2010? Yeah, or 20. So imagine getting the call from my dad and say, "Oh, that we are in." Product of the university, ashamed of the robbery incident at the university. The VC of the university should proceed on terminal leave by now. I'm a parent and I'm also shocked at the news. Just imagine if more people should there by the male counterpart. The same to the male hostels. David in Port Harcourt. Well, discussions like this have to come through because obviously there has to be constant retuning, refining of the security architecture. Restrictions obviously will have to come into play. Good morning. This school security are in place, but they don't know their work. They are more interested in catching people with indecent dressing and actual criminals. There was a time students got robbed inside the physics lab during the daytime. Are you serious? Also, the hostel was robbed, dude. You can go to RSU now and just walk into that place. It's just like a stone throw from the back gate. No fence. You can pass and see girls with rapper just like that. Forum is in Uniport. Let's get to hear from Forum. Forum, good morning to you, please.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
Yeah, when I carefully listened to one of your callers, and he rightly pointed out that some of these security personnel are manning the gate are old. You a man of something as a and leadership is not about position, it's about the individual. If you come to Uniport, for instance, when you hear rumors of something wants to happen in a particular place, you see the VC staying in that particular place between 7 to 3 a.m. in the morning. All in the name of wanting to show competence and prove that yes, you actually came out to display competence in the university. So I think the Vice Chancellor of Rivers State University and the table should be up and doing it. Starting from the gate, we should have people that are filled with activity to work, and not men of 58, 70 at the gate. They won't do anything. Please.
All right, Forum, pleasure to have heard from you this morning. We have a caller on the line. As soon as the details are checked, we'll get to have a conversation with you. Now, good morning, Jude. Do you remember when the small gates were closed all over Choba campus and just one big gate for everyone to come in and go out of our unique Uniport? Also, all the shops that were on the surroundings at Choba campus were shut down till date. Dude, do you know that so many security measures were put in place by successive VCs? The management of RSU should wake up and task the state government to acquire most of the surrounding buildings and restrict further movement. Michael from Burukuri. We have Ima on the line. Ima is speaking to us from Port Harcourt. Ima, good morning to you.
Good morning, Brother Jude.
Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Of environment. But in our own case, the environment plans and designed for us as things take us unaware. Like the issue of security outfit that we are discussing on now. Is it not good for we to look for experts in every area of the government agencies of this country, so that they will see that applying things in advance and also put things in order in advance, than instead of we being reactive every time, instead of being proactive? Brother Jude, this constant and persistent blame every day will continue in this country. It is not like that in America or Germany, even in South Africa. Let us learn and do the right thing. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We should be proactive instead of reactive. Well, you don't blame him for saying that now. All right, okay, moving on. At Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on Twitter. And once again, I have to ask the question: what should the security outfit of the university look like? What exactly are you expecting? Now it's not the first, second, fifth, or even 20th time, particularly in the past 5 years, that we've had universities, being the ground zero of some robbery, some kidnapping, and this has gone across board. But now it's come back, and it's not even the first, second time it's happened again at RSU. And I made reference to Uniport. So what exactly should be done now? Let me quickly get to Christian. Christian is speaking to us from Ahoda. All right. And when we hear from Christian, we get to hear from the students who were protesting yesterday. Christian, good morning to you, please.
Good morning, Mr. G.
Good morning.
And how are you today?
Very well. Thank you for joining us, Christian.
Good, concerning the topic you raised this morning. Good, let me tell you one adage that my father used to say. My father said, waiting elephant they speak from in belly. Most of those students, most of them are robbers.
Really?
So now then yes.
Interesting.
Most of the time, they lure with the outsiders and rob the ones inside. Because outsiders cannot come inside to premises and rob, kill, and go. Most of them are bad. Yeah.
Hello, Christian. Oh, dear. Christian. All right. Christian, if you can, please call again. Let's have a furtherance of this conversation. It's very plausible. Because, wherever you have 10, 12, 20 people, you always have people who are probably, sticky with their fingers, pilfers. They like to, pilfer things, and things like that. So that can happen. It's very plausible. I don't know if that's exactly what is happening in this case or in almost every other case. But yes, I remember back in school, there were students who were caught robbing other students. There were students who were caught attempting to rob other students at one point in time. But I need you to listen to this, because we're going to move a little closer towards the end of this conversation to a very pertinent point that was raised by the protesting students yesterday. And if you didn't get to hear that report yesterday, here it is.
They used machetes and guns. They were harming girls, collecting their phones, their property, scattering everywhere. They even molested some girls, attempted rape, and everyone was crying.
This is not the first time it's happening. It's not the second time. I think this is the third time it's happened, and the school is not doing anything about it. If we are seen wearing short dresses, open clothes, they'll tell us that we should pay 5K. But they could not come out yesterday when those boys, they were robbing us. It was only the man or the females that were even trying to stop those persons. But the school security, they did nothing. They could not do.
We don't want anything. Give us security. Live our life. Give us security. Stop harassing us. And this is security have been harassing us since we came to this school. Leave us alone. Don't stop us at the gates. We're not safe anymore. We should give them more security.
You can hear the impassioned cry from the young ladies there. Impassioned. That's an indicting statement, towards, some of the security men there. You heard very clearly when she said, look, it was the man of war, but one of the female man of war members who tried to stop them. So how come? And now this is a question. Like I said, is taking us to the end of this conversation. So when all of these things were happening, all right, did the students around there did they raise alarm? Did they try to call? Now, when we talk about what the security outfit architecture should look like, this is one of the things. Do the students know a certain number to call whilst on campus if there is an emergency? And then the bigger picture has to be said. Now, because some of the students, when I got home yesterday, a few of them had friends who, called and they were talking to me. They were telling me about it, said there was a hole that was broken, a wall that was broken, and that's how they got in. The question had to be asked. The Rivers State University, from the entrance gate, Orwoku, roundabout, mile 3, is, if you walk, it's about 8 or 10 minutes if you walk from the police station. And I'm just thinking, because when I listened to the students, when I got home yesterday, I asked, did you people try to call the police? Did you try to call the police? Were there calls made? Were people screaming enough? Now, when I make Judah, can you ask if they were screaming enough? People were scared. I'm like, fine, I agree people were scared. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not victim blaming or trying to downplay their experience. But you see, those girls made a complaint that, look, the security there harassed them. And yes, there's meant to be, decency on campuses, right? But when they really needed them, there was a shot coming. And more importantly, when the Nigerian police were needed, there was a shot coming. They eventually went. I think I have that report here. I need to read it for the balance of this conversation. There was a report. I think the PRO, that's Grace Iringa Coco, spoke earlier. I need to find that report here, but basically, word had come through, but the students, and just like you'd ask, you would also say for many in Nigerian, were asking, but why couldn't they respond early enough? They have been responding, but in this case, the girls were not pleased. And I think that for any parent, that's the really frightening bit, because it's a female hostel. Look, ignore what you see on television. I wouldn't expect girls to fight armed wielding individuals. I'm not saying they cannot, but I wouldn't expect them to do so. We've seen how strong, resolute Niger Delta women can be when it comes to a push and shove, right? We saw that during the elections, the previous, not the immediate past elections, the ones prior. But these are young girls. If I had a sister there, a daughter, or a wife, I wouldn't be expecting, my wife, my sister, my cousin, my daughter to hold a machete. So once again, the girls asked a very, very pertinent question. Where were they? They're quick to see us complain about how we dress, where we're coming from, yada, yada, yada. Fine. But we were attacked. Where were they?
They used machetes and guns. They were harming girls, collecting their phones, their property.
Did you hear that? They had a machete and guns. What chance did they stand against them? Investigations are ongoing, so we'll find out more things. And like the police said, look, they're hot on their trails. The school has given a statement, look, they're going to be chasing these people. And we should, I think in all fairness, the students of that hostel, of the RSU hostel, should get to feel a bit more protected.
Scattering everywhere. They even molested some girls, attempted rape, and everyone was crying.
This is not the first time it's happening. It's not the second time. I think this is the third time it's happened, and the school is not doing anything about it. If we are seen wearing short dresses, open clothes, they'll tell us that we should pay 5K. But they could not come out yesterday when those boys they were robbing us. It was only the man or the females that were even trying to stop those persons. But the school security, they did nothing. They could not do.
We don't want anything. Give us security. Live our life. Give us security. Stop arresting us. And this is security have been arresting us since we came to this school. Leave us alone and don't stop us at the gates. We're not safe anymore. We should give them more security.
All right, let's wrap up as we're reading more comments right now. WhatsApp and Telegram 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. What should the security architecture look like in an ivory tower? What exactly do you expect from these places? This one here says, good morning. That's the same question I asked when I heard this report yesterday. There's a police station not too far. How long would it take for them to have operated, and how long would it have taken the police to have responded to that place? There are lots of questions. The investigation should not just be about apprehending those who carried out this crime. It should also be on the response of the police station that is very close. Basically, their next door neighbor, Jude. It is very worrisome. Yes, it's very worrisome. Thank you very much. That is from Ifeanyi. It's very worrisome, and I can understand that narrative. And I'm sure you're going to have investigations going on. Also, Mr. June, where is the spirit of Aluta amongst the students? The male students should wake up. Mr. Moke is saying the male students should wake up. All right, Jude, you need to come to the place and see for yourself. It's not just incompetent security. There's also a police station and the front gate, and there's still one at the back. So if the police wanted to respond, they should have started when people got robbed near the police station or near the security post at the back gate. Wow. So more indicting comments here on this issue. All right, this one here says, hi, good morning. Many of these robbers are also students themselves. That's why they're able to move in and they know the way around. They know where to hide these things. That school has always had issues, particularly with cult people moving around that campus. UST, well, it's not RSU, right? USD should do more in checkmating the activities of these people. All right, thank you very much. On Facebook, all right, facebook.com/Nigeria info. Prince says the students are the ones mostly engaged in such acts. Yet again, another, comment, more or less to enforce or reinforce this narrative that it's very possible, and I like to say it's plausible, it's not far-fetched, that it's possible that these individuals who carried out this attack yesterday likely live on campus. Very likely. It's very possible. Jude, a university that prides herself to be Nigeria's foremost science and technological citadel of learning cannot boast of having functional CCTV installed at the nooks and crannies of the campus. The Nigerian police is busy with their illegal collection from motorists. The location isn't safe for educational activities, Michael says. Strong words this morning. 08179230002, 08179230003, 08179230002, 08179230003. WhatsApp and Telegram available on 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. We have just about a minute and a half. I'll take this last call coming through. Good morning, Jude. I agree with the students. It's not enough to come and stop them for illegal dressing or indecent dressing. What exactly are they doing to protect their lives and property? All right, Jeffrey is on the line, and I get to hear from Jeffrey this morning. Jeffrey will be my final contact on this particular conversation. And Jeffrey speaking to us from Iwafe. Jeffrey, good morning, please.
Yes, good morning, Jude.
Good morning, Jeffrey.
Yes, it is really shocking and disgraceful This is because I know Hotel C. I schooled in USC also. We have lively people around there. Even the girls are strong also. But for this action to be successful, it means there was a multitude, not one, not 20. We're talking of 50 persons prepared to go and unleash mayhem for whatsoever reason it may be. So we should stop telling ourselves lies as managers, as leaders. The university environment should, be more proactive. I know while in school you have some students that are security.
Okay.
But you wouldn't know that they are students.
Security. Okay, Jeffrey, I'm sorry. I have to go on the break. Jeffrey, do bear with us.
Nigeria Info.
We'll be right back. Get in on the action with Betano, your exciting destination for thrilling sports betting. Enjoy,